Yeah, you know how we start the show? We started off with the commercials and then we get right into it. So for those who don't know, I do $100 promo because it's affordable for everybody. And you know, I've heard today that other people charge a lot of money for promo, but I don't want to do that because everybody can't afford it, but deserves some of the same outlets. So for only $100, I promote you on my Twitter, Facebook, YouTube community, Instagram stories, and my Threads account. All you got to do is DM me about your promo. I don't care if it's your t-shirts, your YouTube, your music, your album you open in the store, whatever it is, your candles, whatever it is, just reach out to me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram, and let's make it happen. Also, you want to get interviewed on my channel, 35-minute interview, just hit me up on Instagram as well. It could be you and I, one-on-one in an interview, or it could be you, me, and whoever you want. So it could be up to 3 of us on the screen at one time. Just hit me up at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Let's go. Okay, so as we start the show, being consistent again, I want to win y'all trust back that I'm always going to be on here around the same time every night between 9 and 10. I don't think I'm BSing. You know, I be taking breaks and stuff. But I'm here. I'm here. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Shaheem Parker was the first one in the building. We gonna speak on that, Shaheem. We got Watt 718 in the building. We got Idris the God in the building. What's up? Long time. Brian, I see you. Young Yala, what's up? Fam Roots 247 is in the building. Nate Jackson is always here. Don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
yes, make sure you hit that like button. I need them likes going up. All you gotta do is hit the like. Iceberg Slim 03 is in the building. I'm here. Don't worry, I'm gonna be back here with y'all all the time again. Kneesy Knees 5848, what's going on? Pride Heights 608110. Big Black Cleve 6669, what's going on? We got the Eric MF Brown. What up? Don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
I just need the likes up, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Let's try to get to like 100 likes. I know it's not even 100 people in here yet, but we got to get to 100 people in here, at least 100 likes, you know what I'm saying? So that way they send it out. YouTube, I was doing some research. So if y'all don't hit the like button, they think nobody else want to see it. So they won't send it out. So that's why it's essential that y'all hit that like. Be more best. 4936 is in the building. We here. Doggie Diamonds No Filter. I'm back. Cesar Rodriguez 4141. Complete Indifference. That's an interesting name. That's dope. GTB PCU as well. Okay. I be spazzing on the artwork too, man. I hope y'all appreciate it. Richard Asante is always in the building. What's going on? I had to make myself bopping my head to my own beat. Shit ain't easy to do, man. I hope y'all appreciate my work. I be taking a lot of effort into this, staying up all night, and I do all of this, you know what I'm saying? Not like I want to pat on my back for it, but I just want y'all to know that's how much I take y'all serious. I do all my own artwork, you know what I'm saying? And I do all my motion graphics, I do everything. So that's why I be a little bit more passionate, not bitter, not angry. I just be more passionate because of the work that I put in. And you know, when you put in hard work, you want it received. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Spirit Wonder, what's up? Don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.
all right, I'm here. What up? What up? What up? What's going on, man? Hip hop, nationality hip hop tonight. I just want y'all to know too. I gotta tell the audience something. I got a confession to make. I got like 90 snapbacks. I just don't be liking to wear different hats. So I know sometimes you might look and say, man, I saw that show already. He had on that same hat. Nah, I just don't like wearing a whole bunch. I got hats everywhere. You know, this is my rundown hat. I be trying to wear certain hats that you can identify with. Maybe I should switch my hat every night. I don't know. If you want to send me some hats, hit me on a DM. I'll wear your hat. Not a big deal. And you know, we do cross promo. That's really what it's all about. I'm just trying to be consistent again. I took some time off, but I'm back. Reading a lot of things. They change so much on YouTube that I'm just really just trying to stay in the loop of how they distribute the content. It ain't like how it was. I upload it and y'all get it. I know sometimes they say, damn, I ain't even get a notification. I ain't know. It's a lot of weird things going on. So shout out to Harlem Legend TV. That's my guy right there. Mastermind, brilliant mind right there. And me and Harlem Legend just be building on different things about the culture, as well as my guy Heineken, which I released a full Heineken interview tomorrow. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, damn, see, my fault. Please remind me sometimes if I ever show y'all some content and I ain't released the whole thing. Tell me, cause I got content ADD. I be doing one thing and then I be off that. I be like, damn, I forgot to release that whole thing. But anyway, I want to get into something tonight because the big uproar is Max B dissing Big Daddy Kane, and everybody's pushing it off on he dissed Big Daddy Kane, but he also dissed DMX. He also dissed Rakim. But for some reason, people are zeroing in on what he said about Kane. Maybe because he came back and doubled down later on. But you know, I did a whole show on that. If you didn't watch that show, how I felt about that, that'll be the first pinned comment. But it's very, very essential that you like and subscribe. I was looking too in the last 28 days. I lost subscribers. Like niggas unsubscribing from me. Oh, y'all motherfuckers gonna pay. Pelican Bay for all y'all motherfuckers now. I'm putting fucking beats on all y'all motherfuckers. Unsubscribe from me. All right. Watch my ox hit me with that shit. You jump back on my dick. Watch. if you watch urban movies, you know where that's from. But anyway, I got a video that I want to play for y'all, and I kind of want to rebuttal to the video because I have a thought. And overall, I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna state on record, you know, anything that Gillie and Wallo have done, I've spoken about it. I'm not always team Gillie and Wallo. If they do something that I don't agree with, I'll say it. I'm not biased towards anybody. I don't be using people for like, you know, I hate this person, so everything they say and do, I want to go at them. You know, I don't have any personal vendettas against anybody. But I want to bring a legend on the screen, and as soon as he come on the screen, I hope y'all know who he is. And if you don't, I'm going to properly introduce him. This is a guy by the name of DJ Scratch, and he has Scratch Vision TV. My favorite DJ from Brooklyn, my favorite DJ ever would be Jazzy Jeff, DJ Scratch, Clark Kent, and then we would go to the Philly DJs. Then we would throw in Rock Raider. We would throw in Tap Money. We would throw in Cash Money. We would throw in a lot of people who, that was my foundation of being a DJ. And not to mention that he's a hell of a producer, DJ Scratch. This is a legend, a pioneer, won the New Music Seminar, DJ, I believe in 1989. But a hell of a producer from Brooklyn, Albany Projects to be exact. Somebody that I did a tribute to on my page, as well as Big Daddy Kane. And if y'all know me, y'all know I've always stated Big Daddy Kane is the GOAT. So nobody can front on me with that like I'm riding no bandwagon. Nope, I've always said he was the GOAT. And if you know me, you know that. But I want to get into what DJ Scratch had to say, if I may. And I want to speak on it.
Peace, peace, peace. When I see everybody up in arms about the dude disrespecting Big Daddy Kane on that podcast, and shout out to everybody that, you know, that's in defense of Big Daddy Kane. that spoke out, Fat Joe, my son, so on and so forth. The list goes on. But I just want to address the real problem.
So he said the dude. So he didn't even say his name. Pay attention to that.
The root of the problem.
Hmm.
Because that part of that interview should have never been seen. They should have edited that part out.
See, I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. They should have not edited that part of the interview out. And reason why you can't say that they should edit you, well, you can say what you want because this is opinion, but I'm going to also give mine because I'm in the space of content creation, right? One of the things that I never wanted to do is censor somebody or edit what somebody had to say. Because censorship is sucker shit. Now, if somebody says something, it's up to the audience to respond, right? It ain't up to me to say, oh, you can't say this, you can't do that, because I'm not the police of another man's mouth. It's for the world to hear and agree or disagree. It is people right now who's riding with Max B, believe it or not. But let's continue, Scratch.
And then posted the interview. It should have never been seen.
I don't agree.
Because they know it was disrespectful. But, you know, in this day and age, everybody want to go viral.
See, this is a problem that I have with this narrative. Who the don't want to go viral? What do we do this for? If we're judged by views and likes, imagine you doing something, putting my hard-earned time and money into all of this, and I don't get no views and likes. We're all judged by views and likes. Niggas gotta stop fronting. We gotta keep it real. We do things to go viral. Every time I do an interview, anytime I do anything, I'm hoping that it's received. Viral, I mean, I'm not sitting here drinking paint or anything like that, but we do it to get views and likes. And we keep coming with the narrative of, don't do it for the views, don't do it for the likes. I remember one time, I interviewed Nunu Nels, right? And Nunu Nels was said something. No. It was Boss Chick Rain. And at this time she was Red Pin Rain. And I interviewed Boss Chick Rain, and she said something unfavorable about Queen of the Ring. I didn't know she was gonna say that. That wasn't the premise of the interview, right? And then Debo hit me and was like, yo, don't do it for the views. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, and I think I said to him, so what the fuck do we do any of this shit for? We do it for views. Now, if somebody is going to run their mouth about you, that's up for you. If only problem is if I don't give you the same platform to respond, but we're not police of people's mouth. Now, what Gillie and Wallo should do, in my opinion, invite Kane. Kane can't feel no way about no platform. But let's continue, Scratch.
For bad things, you know what I mean? It should have never been posted.
I don't agree.
And I remember when black media first began. And black media was started strictly because anytime you seen a hip-hop artist in the newspaper for something.
What the fuck is black media? All black media is owned by white people. Oh.
Bad. Anytime we did good things, we would never get coverage of that. So that's what
What's black media? What's black media? Because you see a black face? That's not black media. I can say Doggie Diamonds TV LLC is black media because I'm a black man, but look what I'm on. And when we have black media, we're the less viewed, the less subscribed to, the less supported. Because everybody in the space that's not black got more than us by our own people.
Media started doing. That's why black media was created.
Cap.
To highlight all of the good things that we do.
Cap.
And protect ourselves, protect our kings and queens of this culture. That's what it was for. And for
Cap.
some crazy reason, we lost our way by far for a long time now. That's the real problem. We have to protect our kings and queens of the—
I agree with that, but you notice the gaslight is to make things black. Say it's black, and then go this, you going against black people. Jet Magazine, BET. That's early black media that I knew. Now BET is owned by who? NAACP was started by who? There is no such thing as black media. Just because you see a black face, that don't mean it's black media. There is no black media. So we could cut that shit out right now. Everything you see that you think a black person owns because you see black people, you should know who cutting the check and who pushing the buttons. Who's sponsoring us? Who's getting the sponsorships? Who's the ad agencies? We don't own one fucking platform. We don't own no media platforms to upload. We don't own no media platforms to upload our audio, our video. We don't own no social media networks. But we still talking this black media shit. That's cap. And that gotta stop. And I don't know, it's because he don't know any better or he's still rolling with an old ass narrative. And that is what the problem is, because a lot of dudes are misinformed of what's really going on in 2026. This ain't 1964 no more. We don't own shit. You're talking on a platform that you don't own. Instagram. This is from his Instagram. Follow DJ Scratch.
this culture, man. No matter what. Fuck them views.
Right.
Fuck them clicks.
Right.
We need to protect each other.
We do need to protect each other, but at the same time, views and clicks is what make it go around. Because if Big Daddy Kane was rapping, somebody would say, what? He need to sit his old ass down. Damn, this nigga old as fuck. Because we have the Willie Lynch mentality. If somebody's of age, that's why everybody dyeing their hair and everybody still trying to be young and be little niggas outside still, because you're not allowed to age in hip hop. Let's keep it tall. If we gonna keep it real, we gonna keep it real, and we gotta talk with no filter and stop fronting. We wanna protect our kings and queens, but we watch niggas smoke crack and die. We watch niggas drink themselves to death. It's pioneers with no teeth, and they gave niggas a museum, but didn't give them their publishing back. Didn't give them their music back. They didn't give them anything, but we gotta protect them. How could you protect somebody if you stole from them? And I'm not saying Scratch, I'm just saying the culture. A lot of these dudes have been stole from, didn't get their credit, didn't get their publishing, didn't get royalty, didn't get fair housing, healthcare, anything. So how could you say protect them if they already got stole? Their whole life inheritance and their generations, they got stole from. So who's protecting them? We got to protect them?
No other genre of music, no other culture will allow somebody to disrespect one of our hierarchy kings and queens of this culture. We got to do better. We got to do better. And, you know, no disrespect to anybody, man, but we got to do better as a culture.
Now we got to do better in 2026. Fucking hip hop is 50. We got to do better in 2026, though.
Somebody got to do the right thing. Everybody.
But when I interview elder statesmen, fuck you interviewing this old ass nigga for? I don't see none of these dudes on the post commenting saying, yo, that's a dope interview with Antoinette. Do I gotta go down the list? That's the least viewed shit. So where's all the pioneers and the people who's preserving and protecting the culture that I'm highlighting the stories of people who actually shaped and molded and added on to the culture? That's the less viewed shit. Niggas watch Crash Out shit. Niggas watch bullshit content. And it's these niggas who be fronting like they don't do it. So we can't get on these cameras and play holier than thou. Like, yo, we gotta do, fuck out of here. It's easy to play the black card. It's easy to play the kings and queens shit. If everybody is kings and queens, then who the fuck is the servants? Because we're judged by the car we drive, the place we live, the people we sleep with, in the jewelry.
He can't just do the smut shit, man. And just by y'all putting that out, that shit probably put a battery in homie back. He probably gonna say something else disrespectful.
But Max B came into the... when the fuck ain't Max B been disrespectful? But it was cool when he was shitting on Jim in my interview, and Jewels and Freaky Zeke and Prodigy. That was cool, though. That's the most viral interview ever. Max B is disrespectful. Everybody wants to interview Max B and get that Doggie Diamonds moment. That's what they interview him for. This what nigga was rapping, talking about getting Vaseline and smashing the chick in the back. Shut the fuck up. This is my channel. You talking too much. Let us watch. Then you go to his shit and watch it, boy. This is called a reaction, and I'm reacting. The fuck up.
And that's the problem, man. You can't. You gotta police this shit. We gotta police ourselves, man.
We don't own shit.
Allah gives us grace, but we gotta give grace to each other as well.
So when all else fails, throw the black thing in there. Throw the kings and queens in there. Then he hit us with the Allah.
What? And I hope everybody have a great, safe summer. Let's just do better as a culture, black media. You know, and I know there's the gossip sites. There's a space for that. There's a space for that. There's a space for the smut, or for the podcasts that claim to be for the culture and shit like that. Y'all can't be doing shit like this, man. You can't allow that type of shit to see the light of day.
So censor your guests now. Tell your guests what they can and can't say. In a free speech world, only problem that I have is what guests say is I think people don't challenge people. But Gillie been telling Wallo, fuck all these legends. Nobody want to hear that old shit. So it just happened right now?
You can't do it. Big Daddy Kane is a king.
Now, that's that. I want to say this. Let me keep it real with y'all. Shout out to DJ Scratch. He said what he thought he should say. He said what he thought was needed in a time like this. But for the last 10 years, we've been watching niggas boom shit. We've been watching dudes OD. We've been watching smut rap. We've been watching coke rap. We've been watching drill. We've been watching everything. Now we gotta do better as a culture. Niggas have made millions. And what they never do, they never challenge the powers that be. They never challenge the powers that be. They never challenge the powers that be. What do? What do? They say something to us. They challenge us. They say something about us. You understand what I'm saying? They always say something to us. We have to police ourselves. We got to police this, that, and the third when it's somebody who cutting the check for us to act a goddamn fool. And they taking it. What we gotta do is stop fucking fronting and keep it real. Because truth be told, a lot of these niggas don't like each other. I see niggas all in the comments, them fire emojis of hundreds. As long as a nigga getting his bag, he gonna be with whatever. He gonna act like, listen, man, it's every man for theyself in this shit, man. Ain't nobody taking Kane on no world tours. Ain't nobody doing none of that shit. Ain't nobody putting him on no records. And respect to Max B, because whether a dude, y'all want to say he whack now or he don't have this, he had that, y'all sure was gassing that. I went deaf on a bit, shit. That's the hottest record in the city. It ain't the hottest record no more. The problem is that dudes don't have no balance. Balance is everything. You always gonna have dirt. That's why you have clean, but without clean, there's no dirt, and without dirt, there is no clean. This shit ain't no kings and queens shit. The youth are ignorant. Because I was an ignorant youth until I got a certain way, but it's up to us to teach them. But when you have somebody like myself and others who use their platform, sacrifice their views, likes, and all that shit, and try to shit, niggas don't spread my video. Niggas, oh nah, he kicking it. You spread who you think is popular. And it's they same bullshit ass spill, and everybody want to be peace king and all this shit till they get mad, and then they let it be known, I shoot you. All that king shit go out the window. All that black shit go out the window. All the Allah Smarta Banamala shit go out the window too. All the Yashawa Banabala, all that shit go out the window soon as black men get mad. So miss me with all that shit too. We gotta stop. You gotta keep it real. Dude's been disrespecting the elders. That shit ain't new, especially in hip-hop culture. Dudes ain't saying, yo, let's put together a show so a lot of these old heads could eat. Know what they saying? Why you want to see them old niggas? Don't they got the power to start shows and book clubs, and y'all don't have, so talking is one thing. Where the fuck is the power? We can talk all we want. Where's the power? Where's the old school review? Where is, yo, we doing this? Why did it take 50 years for certain people to hit the stage, and they excluded a lot of people? So why they not putting something together so where a lot of these guys could do something together? How are they supposed to eat? They done got all they publishing ripped off. They already got all they royalties stole. A lot of them didn't come out on major labels. I don't want to say no name in particular because I might not know what I'm talking about, but you have entities that own dude shit. They never got no money from that. So this is what you're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be creating revenue so a person could take care of themselves and their family. That's what this shit is all about. What good is a king if you ain't got no fucking teeth? Nobody respect the gibless king. Nobody respect the dude that mouth look like Gargamel. And then they pick and choose and extract who deserve what. And then it goes back to relationships and politics and all that shit. And that shit has been going on since the inception of this shit. So cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. Fucking Sugar Hill Gang ain't even the Sugar Hill Gang. Let's talk about it. The niggas who made rappers delight. Wonder Mike and Master G, they not the Sugar Hill Gang. They don't perform Rappers Delight. Somebody else do and say they the Sugar Hill Gang. And they doing that shit on some of y'all watch and y'all not saying nothing? So if you didn't protect one of the first rap songs of all time, fuck we worried about protecting Kane? The Sugar Hill Gang ain't the Sugar Hill Gang. They got their name jacked and they song jacked. Where's their protection? So, but when it's convenient, because at the end of the day, scratch respectfully, you're giving your testimony, you want to go viral too. What if 3 people watch that? What if you didn't get no responses? What if you didn't get no comments? I done seen some of y'all niggas post shit and it don't get a reaction and you take it down. And the bro Gongle Roach is in here and he could attest to what I'm saying about how a lot of these brothers don't got they publishing, never got no royalty. Be more best, I appreciate you. Thank you for setting off that super chat. So we got to cut it out with the kings and black media. Come on, man. I got scrutinized for being black media. I was battling Vlad early on, saying everything about Vlad early on, telling y'all things, and niggas was like, you hating. It never was no white person that told me I was hating. Never was no white person. It was niggas I used to be right in the street with, filming. Yo, let's do some content. Oh, I got a such and such. Vlad call, you see them laying on the couch, sitting on the couch. Don't miss me with the black media shit. Ain't been no more black media than me. Ain't been no more black media than me. And niggas don't support black media. And I'm not even talking about the audience. I'm talking about these so-called legends. They don't support us. So get the fuck out of here. Scratch, I never asked you for an interview. In your face. You still one of the GOATs. I never told this story. I asked you for an interview a few times. I DM'd you a few times. You never responded. I still made a tribute post to you because you are who you are. I don't take nothing personal, but we gotta cut it the fuck out. We gotta stop acting like we all for black media and all this shit, but half the times when we reach out to y'all act like y'all don't know who some of us are. Or you want to look at my numbers and my likes and my views, and then you deem it worthy or not. So everybody want to go viral. Everybody. That's how you gonna run your bag up by going viral. So cut it out. The interview shouldn't come out. Used to censor people. All that ain't hip hop. Censorship ain't hip hop.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Censorship ain't hip hop. We mad that we gotta bleep curses. We mad that we can't say certain things. It ain't hip hop to be censored. So we gotta keep it real. Anybody could sit on this camera, on the cameras and give a spill where, yo, we kings and we quit. Listen, cut it the fuck out with that. We gonna have to stop. Everybody ain't no king and no queen. It just so happened that Kane name mean king, Asiatic, nobody's equal. So again, I'm gonna be protective of Big Daddy Kane, but I was doing it when it wasn't cool. I was doing it when niggas was telling me he not the GOAT. So it is what it is. But when has Max B not been disrespectful? He's the most viral nigga for being disrespectful of all time at one point. What are we talking about? So when he say some outlandish shit, we don't expect him to say that. Everybody's been trying to capture that Max B moment. See, the problem with a lot of people and the difference between me and a lot of people is I'm going to call it down the middle. I'm going to keep it 100, no filter. Everybody else going to say what they need to say in the moment on some Jesse Jackson shit. You know, when they wildin' in Ferguson, they send Messy Jesse in at one point, and they send Al Sharpton like, yo, y'all niggas got to chill, man. Everybody gonna try to dull the moment down to we all feel graceful and sometimes we need chaos. Order comes from chaos. Let's take this from this. Let's do something. Max B, what he said, he's better than Kane. He's supposed to say that. I'm not mad at that. Where he was wrong at wasn't even the Gillie and Wallo shit when he doubled down later on and started saying the taste of chocolate, but that's still his opinion. For one, we don't gotta listen to nobody. But that's their opinion. You never argue nobody's opinion. Right? But what happened was everybody just showed Kane finally how much they loved him. You think Kane felt loved in the last 25 years? So out of the chaos, order came out of it. Out of chaos, something good came from it. Because now the little people or the younger crowd who might love Max B is like, who is this Big Daddy Kane guy? Who is that? Then they search and say, damn, he was fly. Damn. He is the father of certain things. It ended up working out for everybody. Max B, I believe, eventually going to stand down or whatever the case may be, but it works for everybody. It works for everybody in the end. But what happens is motherfuckers be crybabies about shit that goes on. Now you're justifying the BS. I said this shit from the gate. Trojan style. I said that shit from the gate. I'm not justifying nothing. Would another man say, I'm going to speak on it or I'm not? That shit, and I speak on it to keep the lights on. But y'all don't give a fuck about Kane. Let's stop fronting. I don't care about Kane. And that Kane response is not a Kane response. That's old. That's old. But what happened was, from Max doing some BS, hip hop finally stood together and said, yo, nah, you can't do that to Kane. Kane probably never felt that before. Not in the social media space. Now everybody rallying behind Kane, young, old, all the fans. Man, that's what we all want, for everybody to defend us and say, you know, nah, you can't do that to Kane. That's what came out of it. But it took Max to say something that people didn't like. And people didn't. Gillie diss legends all the time. But again, people will single out Kane. He dissed DMX. And all he said is that he better than everybody. As a rapper, you're supposed to say you're better than everybody. You are supposed to. Listen, rapper, if you say you better than somebody, I'm not going to be mad at you. If you are delusional, you have the right to be delusional, because most rappers are delusional any goddamn way. Most rappers are delusional anyway. So if you say you better than somebody, cool. I'm gonna be like, no, you not. Yo, listen. This nigga delusional. But you know what? This is the swing side of that. When you so-called have the hottest record in the city right now, everybody listening to you. I don't see Kane doing no press tour, people saying, yo, I wanna holler at Kane. Niggas like, yo, I wanna holler at the hot nigga. French and Max is the hot dudes, right? Where's Kane flowers that he's supposed to get at all times? Even if you interview him again. I put out a Big Daddy Kane interview that I did years ago. Let me show you something. Well, we can always show and prove.
If you're not using a business travel platform like...
For instance, Big Daddy Kane says people judge the top rappers off record sales. This is Big Daddy Kane speaking about how people say who's the nicest. This is Big Daddy Kane talking. This was uploaded 2 days ago. It ain't even got 3,000 views. I'm a credible source. This is me and Kane. This is not a AI video or me doing no reaction. This is me and Big Daddy Kane. A lot of people never saw this before. Big Daddy Kane throwback interview. that I put out before that I re-uploaded because there's always a talk of who's the top rapper. How was the top rapper judged? Big Daddy Kane answered, somebody qualified. I did this interview in Brooklyn. This shit only ain't even got 3,000 views. But let me show you something. Because I like to show and prove everything. This shit is easy. And I'm not picking on nobody, but I'm just showing and proving. Look at this. More subscribers than me. Dr. Umar, career is over. 5.7. Rick Ross, 85,000. Young Ant, shout out to that guy, 89,000. Look at every thumbnail. Ain't none of that shit positive. And shout out to him for running it up. You give me one positive thumbnail that you see on this fucking channel, and you give me one video that's less than 50,000 views. Look at this. Everything is bad. It's over. He's done. Look. So miss me with that shit. Miss me with the bullshit. Not one interview, not one original video. So get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear shit nobody got to say. I don't want to hear shit nobody got to say because niggas is capping. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is capping. You know. GT8. Doggie, you tripping for this Max B disrespect the legend. I know Doggie hoping he get a Max B interview. That's why you're defending Max B BS. I'm going to tell you, I don't really tell many people this shit, but I'm going to tell you, suck a dick. If I wanted a Max B interview, I could get one. Are you stupid? Now I'm hoping to get a Max B interview. That's why I'm defending him. Y'all niggas is slow. That's one of the problems too. I'm hoping to get a Max B interview. I already did the greatest Max B interview ever. I didn't even interview Ali Vegas again. Are y'all slow? Yeah. Paint chips. Anyway. See, shit like this is just why I leave. But he hope he gets a Max B interview. Are y'all say you're stupid? Don't answer that. Let me show y'all something too. Because niggas want to talk. You know, when you can show and prove, documentation be conversation at all times. Hold on. Give me a second. I be seeing y'all let niggas go eat and all that shit, and y'all don't say nothing. So give me some grace. Let me find something. Let me show you, smart ass, my Instagram. Let me show you.
As artists, what did you have? You had all these, like I said, all these platforms,
In the
Black
begin-
TV, World Star, Forbes. That's the only time you was going to be seen.
G-Unit came out?
No, just in general that time. You was before Instagram, all this shit. What did we have? We had DVDs.
Yeah.
And then it literally went to the internet.
Uh-huh.
There was no more DVDs and it went to the internet, right?
Right.
What was that?
DVDs ended around 2008, 2009.
What did he say?
That's when the internet.
Uh-huh.
Like I said again, the 4 platforms was Forbes DVD,
Uh-huh.
right? Doggie Diamonds. And
The only guy that remotely and where you got the edge at was you was everywhere. You just wasn't in a certain region. Doggie Diamonds was around.
So I hope I get a Max B interview, right? That's what this is all about. That's why I'm defending him. I hope I get a Max B interview. This is me and AZ, by the way. Me and Chris Rivers, King Just, Daddy O, Emilio Sparks, Free My Brother Snipe. Hold on, because we're going to get to the good part. We're going to get to the good part. Don't worry about it. Me and Nipsey Hussle, Charlie Baltimore. Hold on. Where is that? Oh, hold on.
Come up, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Doggie Diamonds because he oh boy, Max. Shout out to Doggie Diamonds. When you first did the come up, man, I want to thank you for helping me push my brand to a whole nother level. I wasn't into the YouTube monetization back then. But we did over 100 million views.
We did what?
Interview, and I was like,
no, you did.
We did what?
First, I don't bail, John.
We did what?
Yeah. When you first did the come up, right?
When you first did
shout
it?
out to Doggie Diamonds.
Who?
He oh boy,
Doggie.
Max. Shout out to Doggie Diamonds. When you first did the come up,
What
man.
happened? Hold up. Because y'all niggas be talking shit and I could shut y'all down at any time. This shit easy for me. What happened? What'd he say? 100 million what? What? Niggas talking about, I ain't even in the room. I told you, my name hit rooms my feet don't even touch. So I'm not justifying anything that a dude say because I want something from another man. Nigga. Nah, y'all niggas don't be knowing who the fuck I be. This is the problem. It's the problem. You know, so I don't even be wanting to do this shit. I don't even be wanting to do this shit. But this is so easy. Like, come on, man. This is so easy. This is really my life. This really my life. You think I want something from another man? And I live like this for motivational purposes. Come on, man. Y'all niggas is stupid. It's really my life. No illegal money, all off YouTube, all off digital. I'ma follow another man because I want something. I already got everything I want. What I got is my mental health, my physical health, and I could do whatever I want. Don't ever tell me I'm doing something or defending somebody because I want something from another man. I ain't even got to be around and I'm going to be shouted in the room by niggas you dick eat. I put in my work. So, back to the above topic. We not censoring nothing or nobody. We not cutting nothing out, no interviews. Because that's not fair to said person who spoke their piece, whether it was wrong or not. That's the thing. That's the thing. You don't cut nothing out, no interview. Max is supposed to say what he want to. If you disagree with what Max is saying, then disagree. It ain't no, yo, that shouldn't have saw the light of day. Why not? He disrespected. By saying he better than somebody? Did Gillie double down on it? So now we're blaming the platform now. Well, when you got whole platforms about niggas booming each other, starting gang wars all over the fucking place. Nobody say nothing about that. And that's black media, black people killing black kids and black babies in the fucking street. And we just turn our head to that. But as soon as you say something about somebody, oh, don't put that out. All right. So that's what we do. Because every solution, every problem got a solution, right? Why don't you build a platform, scratch at anybody? Y'all motherfuckers is up, right? Let's all get together and create a platform for us, by us. Y'all know all the people. Y'all been in the culture for years. So y'all got the people who could sponsor it, run the ads and all of that shit. Let's do that challenge. Because everybody want to talk. Every problem got a solution. Why don't we do something for us, by us? That kills everything, right? Because now we can police. We can preserve the culture, right? We get on there, we interview legends, we interview newcomers, we interview, we do workshops, we do everything on this said platform. Not YouTube. Let's do that. That's how we get rid of everything. Or we balance it out. Yeah, y'all got this, y'all like this, y'all did it. But look at this over here. Because I just want to say this and then I'm out because I don't want to hold y'all all night. But I want to say this. I don't see too many guys. I don't see too many guys who's from the culture speak about knowledge of the culture as far as contracts, as far as when they went and sit down, what type of deal, how to structure a deal, what to ask for, about points, metadata, meta tags right now, splits. I don't see too many guys talking about that. So when they have the opportunity to speak, they say shit for likes and views, right? But I don't see too many people educating nobody. That's why everybody is in the hamster wheel in this culture. And then later on, they need somebody like Gongo or somebody to clean up the mess. Because I know a lot of them who pub is messed up. So if you are an elder statesman, why nobody don't teach the youth and the people that's coming up in the culture? Instead, they just be mad, bitter at all the shit that's going on. Shit, even me, with my little platform, right? I'll still try to make a video to help people. Still, to this day, I've made videos of how not to get your channel taken. Look, you go to my channel right now. The first video is what? Let's keep it real. Starting YouTube. Here's exactly what you need to do first. What, it costs $2 to watch this? Because at least I could talk about what I know, right? Although I could talk about how to structure deals and all that shit too, but niggas would be like, oh, he never had this, he never had that, so you're not gonna listen to me. What do I know? I know YouTube, I know meta tags, I know metadata, I know all of that. I even know the splits, I even know, what's the shit I use? DistroKid, I know how to do all of that. So me, with my limited platform, I still will give back. But you got niggas who's millionaires, won't create nothing for nobody because that's how they create their hierarchy. And the hierarchy has to do with finances. It don't got nothing to do with accomplishments. It's finances. That's what the hierarchy is. It's not because Kane is a legend. Nobody care about no legends in this shit. Because if that's the case, Kane would be booked. He would have whatever platform he want. He would have been able to bring another artist in. Kane couldn't even get Jay-Z signed. When he was Kane. Big Daddy Kane could not get Jay-Z a record deal. When he was Kane. Kane. Anyway, let me go. I start fucking going crazy. They probably ain't even gonna monetize this video anyway. They probably want me on YouTube. You know, I'll be snapping. But I be having to, man, because I just, man, listen, man. Listen. Big Daddy Kane is arguably Mount Rushmore, and he couldn't get somebody that was dope a record deal. They didn't even believe in him enough to who he believed in. And then the person that he couldn't eat off of, that he tried to bring into the culture, ended up being a fucking billionaire. And they didn't believe Kane word that this dude had the potential to do that. So what are we talking about? But I've always paid homage to Kane. That's my GOAT. Y'all know my favorite song, Ain't No Half Stepping. Kane is my GOAT. Ain't never going. DJ Scratch, my favorite DJ from Brooklyn. Dennis Clark Kim, my favorite DJ is Jazzy Jeff. But again, the niggas don't be wanting to keep it real. And we talking about the culture. We not talking about whether anybody wife, their kids, whether you a sucker, gangster. We talking about the culture. So if anybody's offended by what I said tonight, then I did a good job. And until next time, watch these related videos. Make sure you subscribe. You see the thing glowing in the middle that says subscribe? If you hit that logo, you can subscribe. I'm Doggie Diamonds. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace.